Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Prime Time, and you already know you on Prime Time Talk TV. And yeah, I'm back at you with another good video, and you already know the routine. Once you enter my house, wipe your feet off, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos like these.
For Prime Time.
To this day.
Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? Man, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, he is probably the most trending boxer this weekend. You know, we had upsets, we had David Benavidez, we had Matias losing his belt, we had Gary Antoine Russell losing his O to Julio. It was just so much, but still reigning supreme is your boy Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, and rightly so, because he always seems to keep everyone on the edge of his seats with his fights. He is must-see boxing. We don't know what he's going to say. We don't know what he's going to do. And, you know, that just really sheds to the testament of his journey and to how far he has evolved into a boxer, into a fighter, into a superstar. You know, he's even doing the interviews with flying colors now. I'm impressed. I am truly impressed to see Tank Davis coming into his own. He's selling the fight. He promoted this Frank Martin fight. If you really think about it, you know, David Benavidez, he didn't really go viral to help promote this fight. Frank Martin did go viral. So really all the antics that Gervonta did, not showing up to the fight, rolling into the ring and all that stuff like that, everything he did played to the success of this fight, honestly, you know. And you have to give him kudos to that, because it is a lot to carry all that weight, to promote the fight, to talk, to interview, to be charismatic, to be entertaining, and still go into the ring and perform at the highest level, and to win and to knock out your opponent. You know, it's not too many fighters that has done that in history. You know, I went so far as to saying that he's like a gumbo of Mayweather, Tupac, and Mike Tyson. Because, you know, Mayweather wasn't, you know, he Tank like gangster, you know, compared to Mayweather. You know, if you really think about it, Tank got that Tupac-esque type aura around him, to where, you know, he just don't take no jump, and he has a good comeback for everything. You know, I guess that's a testament to being around your boy Adrian Bronner. But for real, Gervonta is the best fighter that you can see made in the sport of boxing by two of the best coaches in the game, Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis. You know, they took this young kid, 6 or 7 years old, and molded him into the champion that he is today. You know, the knockout artist, the social media icon that he is. And you know, you still gotta be, you know, you still have to acknowledge these guys, because wow, you know, they sit in the background and let him do his thing. You know, I'm just proud. You know, I'm proud to see a team like that going after it, succeeding, and replicating their success over and over and over again, and just growing with it. You know, you see, you know, Tank really growing and coming into his own now, and that's, you know, a very, very true detriment to the coaches and the team that he has around him. You know, you're only as good as the people around you. So, you know, definitely got to give a big shout out to Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis for doing the great job that they have with this young man, and with all the other young men that they are training and bringing up through the rankings as well. You know, Coach Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis, they now have pretty much a factory of success of young boxers coming through the rankings, in the tournaments, in the amateurs. So you definitely got to keep an eye out for them. Look out for Kenny Ellis' daughter as well. So, it's so many other good things going on and coming out of that area that those guys are doing. Definitely proud of them. But the main thing that we're here to talk about, sorry it took so long to get to it, but, Bob Arum, he recently, released a statement, and he said, look, we've been talking for a while now, on this fight. And he's talking about PBC with Gervonta Tank Davis versus top ranks Vasily Lomachenko. So Bob Arum was like, hey, it's not going to be hard to get this fight done. Pretty much it's just on their end. But he said that, the talks have been positive and it's moving in the right direction. So we can go ahead and expect to see this fight, y'all, next. I know a lot of people were saying, he need to fight Shakur next. But, that fight there, that fight got to be in a year of its own, That got to be in a year of its own, like 2025, real talk. Because that is going to be a mega fight. Even though Gervonta versus Lomachenko would be a mega fight, it's some, some guys putting out little posts and stuff, from Gervonta. This was when he was 25 years old. So, how long ago that was? It was like 4 years ago when this came out, and people are now reposting it, saying, reading off Gervonta's quote. It says, Lomachenko is at the end of his career. Well, not at the end of his career, but he is up in age, So he is trying to make the biggest fights he can make in the short period of time. But I'm 25 years old. My stretch is a little longer than his, so we are taking our time. Gervonta Davis on possibly fighting Lomachenko. And this was 4 years ago. So, now you got your people coming out saying, oh, they trying to fight at age Lomachenko. Oh, they trying to fight this, that, and the third. But y'all got to look at it. These are two different fighters on two different paths. And that was just the bottom line. There was two different fighters on two different paths. So it's nothing really to be said about that. Of course, it could have been made years ago, I'm sure. But with Mayweather and them, they had Gervonta Tank Davis more on a development course, developing his career, putting him in the ring with perfectly matched up fighters to where he can develop and grow as a fighter. A lot of people take those big opportunities because it's a big check, and they say, oh, let's go ahead and get this check because we don't know if it's going to come again. Well, you got to look at it like this. All money ain't good money. And if you go in there and lose and your money decrease, then that stunts your growth and stunts your money for the rest of your life. But if you can go in there, fight, keep fighting, keep building up, your money builds up as you grow. And eventually, when you get closer to the end of your career, your money would have grown exponentially to a point of where, you can cash out. But if you get in there early, and then, this big promoter comes and say, hey, we want to fight you next. And, you ain't got but a good 10, 15 fights in, and you jump on that big money, then a lot of time they feel like, oh, we go ahead and get him early before he try and get us late. See? That way, if a rematch do come later on, and they already up one. You feel me? So a lot of that goes on in boxing. Boxing is a master chess sport. You're playing with one piece, one fighter against another one fighter. So it's not a lot of wiggle room to make mistakes. So that's why a lot of these promoters and managers and agents take so long in getting their fighters to where they really want to get them, because if they don't know the sport like they should know, then they're going to be timid, they're going to be afraid, and they're not going to hook their fighter up with what they feel as though he should beat. But that's nor here nor there. Now we are in the midst of Davis versus Lomachenko. I feel as though that's the fight next. I feel as though out of the 6 to 7 fights with Amazon Prime, I feel as though they're not going to be able to give everybody a gimme fight, a no-name fight. You know, Frank Martin was not the biggest name in boxing, but he was on the verge of building his name as one of those. So, you know, it warranted this fight. And, you know, Frank helped sell it as well. You know, Errol Spence being a part of it. You know, just all the brand names that was a part of this fight helped build this fight up, helped make it what it was. So, you know, kudos to both teams for putting the fight together and making it happen, because we got exactly what we thought we would get. And, you know, I'm proud of them guys. So, now, as far as how the Vasily Lomachenko versus Davis gonna go, oh man, Unification, lineal championship, Ring Magazine belt on the line. Come on now, it's gonna be a whole lot of stuff going on with that fight there. And I tell you what, that's gonna be all right. That's going to be all right. I'm telling y'all, for real, that's gonna be a good fight. It's truly gonna be a good fight. So, you know, to see this fight now being talked about is exciting. I personally want to know what Lomachenko thinks about this. I hope that someone can get a quick interview on him to see what he thinks about Tank Davis's win against Frank Martin, and him and Gervonta Tank Davis in a potential fight unification match, championship, 2 belts on the line. Come on now. That's what we want to see. For real. That's what I want to see anyway. You know, I don't know about everybody else, but I can tell you this for a fact. This is what I want to see next. And, you know, if it ain't that, then it need to be Shakur or Devin Haney or something big, but it don't be nothing small. For real. It really don't need to be nothing small, because, you know, we done got tired of that. We done got tired of the small stuff. Now it's time we go ahead and get ESPN and get Amazon Prime together and make this fight happen. So, and we don't need nobody else using, you know, clout for each other, this, that, and the third. We just need the fight to happen, y'all. So, anyways, with that being said, that's all I got for this video. You already know the routine. When you leave my house, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV, and I'm on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website primetimetalktv.com and copy some merch. All right, y'all, peace, love, I'm out till next time.